You're listening to the Stupidity In Your Ear podcast. Here comes the stupid.
What up, Team Earwax?
Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back!
First episode since going officially public.
We're official,
We're
Calvin.
on the interwebs.
Finally official.
I know. Well.
We're on the interwebs. We're also on the dark web. So check us out there if you have an online presence on the dark web.
It's scary, dude. It's
The
not
dark
even,
web is crazy.
I can't even laugh because it's just messed up, dude.
We're already off track.
I know. Dang it.
The first thing we wanted to do was thank everybody who listened today. Checked it out. We got a lot of positive feedback, which was not expected.
And it was much appreciated. We very thankful.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I speak for myself when I say...
Well, we speak for us because we're public now.
No, I was going to say, I didn't want to speak for you, but I want to say I speak for myself. I speak for myself when I say, started this for fun, but the fan presence really, I mean, I don't think I mind being applauded or appreciated. Like, I thought I'd hate that, but I love it. I live for it. I need it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, have to have it, but, like, I pretty much, like, I need it.
Right. Well, it's kind of like that kind of deep track of Lady Gaga. What's it called? Applause, I think. I live for the applause is the main line.
I haven't heard of it.
No.
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't made a school video doing a dance to that.
Right.
For full credit.
That was a very deep inside joke.
Two people will know what I'm talking about. they don't listen, so.
No, it's kind of hard to judge your own content, I think, and
I know it definitely is.
we got a lot of like genuine positive
Yeah.
reviews from people. Speaking of reviews, we would love for all of you to go put a review on iTunes or Spotify.
Rate and review us. That'd be awesome. We'd really appreciate that. And, you know, if you're going to go lower than 4 stars, actually, I would appreciate if you didn't do that. Like, give us some high reviews. If you if you don't like it, just don't say anything to us or in the comments. But if you really love it and feel moved by this speech I'm giving, please go ahead and hit us up in those comments.
If you're gonna leave less than 4 stars, we'd love to contact you. You know, just to have a peaceful, nonviolent conversation about how we can improve.
And so, Sam, would you like to give out your phone number so that you can?
Insert phone number in post. That's gonna be the basic phone number that's on every television show. What's that? It's like 555.
5555. Sorry, I'm sure that's really good for the audience. Hearing me cough like an old man. Which is actually something I love to bring up is our target audience. We were shooting for like 7-8-year-olds, but I feel like we've really hit our mark in the parent range, the parents of high schooler range. We were kind of thinking maybe high schoolers would like it too, but we found out that, I mean, my parents love it.
My parents love it.
They were not pleased that I hid it from them for so long, but they loved it.
What can you do?
Your parents, I think, they love it.
What's the old saying? You hide what you love.
I think, yeah.
That's why you hide jewelry. You don't just like leave
In
it out in the open.
relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like it might have been a mistake to go public.
Oh, too late now.
Too late now.
But also we had some.
We do have a
some
serious
things, but yeah, let's do that. Let's move to that.
We have a serious shout out for Avery Edwards. Boom. She did the cover art. She painted that herself.
Unbelievable.
With her own hands.
Again, not saying this because she did it because, like, we have to, but she genuinely is one of the best artists I've ever seen.
Definitely.
Very, very, very talented.
Fantastic.
Very nice person.
We didn't even really give her like specifics. She kind of just
we literally just like, hey,
did that on
do some
her
cover
own,
art, and she just
which is hard to do. You know.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine because
like,
I think I'm sort of creative, but to have no guidelines and just have these 2 guys be like, hey, do some cover art for us.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So really thankful for that. Thankful for her.
Yeah.
She's a fantastic artist and just a great person as well. So give her a follow.
Shout out Avery Edwards
on Instagram, Edwards_Avery. Give her a follow. And, just have a conversation with her. She's a great person.
Yeah. Well, should we, is that all we had to really address?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a couple people, begging for merch. So we're brainstorming that a little bit.
That's funny
maybe.
because we definitely joked about that like in our first episode. And then I guess we dropped like the first episode.
Yeah.
Well, no, I dropped the first few or whatever. People actually like, and I can't tell if they're joking still. Right. I'm like, it's like low key,
yeah.
but I'm like, what? If the fans, if you want merch, go ahead and give us 5 stars.
Yeah. Or go ahead and sign up for Patreon. Or if
you don't want merch, go ahead and give us 5.
Send us some tips on Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon.
I can think of 3 people that I know will wear the merch. You, me, and Brad.
Oh. Shout out to the OG,
the fan before the fans.
Brad, we've come a long way, but like I wouldn't be here in my bedroom not getting paid for this, but just kind of doing it for fun still without you, and I'm just really thankful for all that you've done for us. Thank you.
So enough plugging ourselves.
Awesome.
Let's dive into it.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to address?
Sure. There's some notes I wrote down. Let me see which one's funniest first. Okay.
You sure you want to start with the funniest one?
I won't.
Then the episode will go down.
I won't, but I'm going to talk about one of my... Actually, this is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my pet peeves that I wrote down. Do you want to share a pet peeve after I do mine? Do you want to think about one?
Okay. That's good. I like that.
I just thought about this. I didn't think about that before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very good at podcasts. Podcasts, sorry. So, I'm in class the other day, and I think I mentioned before that I dislike how in high school they always are like, in college, you don't have to show up for class. Like, did I talk about this on the podcast?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Like, I'm mad about it. So, like, you don't have to show up to class or whatever, and like, all of my classes take attendance or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm in one of my classes, and he's taking attendance, and this is a thing I think a lot, like most people can relate to this. I feel like if you've ever taken attendance before, but so he's like taking attendance, and so you know how you have like 2 people with, actually you probably this because your name's like Sam, it's a common name.
Yeah.
When you have people with the same name and they just read the first name, and so one person like says Brittany or whatever, but, like it's not supposed to be until like her name's Brittany Wolfram, and there's like a Brittany
Beowulf,
and like Brittany Wolf whatever
Wolfram
says her name says here first, and you're like, that's my pet peeve because it's like
really?
Literally it drives. Sorry, that's probably really loud.
Yeah,
it drives me crazy because I'm like, just have awareness of your last name.
Yeah, and
it's like he just did Charles Adams. Whatever comes after no wait, it's Beowulf. I'm an idiot. Charles Adams. There's a Brittany Beowulf. It doesn't matter if you don't know her. Literally assume that your last name, since it starts with W, that it's not going to be the one that's next. There's 40 kids in the classroom, so someone did that in my class. And
so
I was like,
you just shaking, like you're sitting there shaking at your desk.
And she was like the last one, and he was like, "Did I miss anybody?" She's like, "Yeah, my name's Brittany. You didn't call me." And she's like, "Yeah, all I said is my name earlier." I'm like, "You're driving me crazy. Like, how does that even? Like, how do you not have the awareness for that? It drives me crazy, dude. It freaking
I'm just
makes
hoping
me so
that this
mad.
happens every time he takes attendance,
Gosh,
and by the end of the year, you just at some point
literally
explode.
People do that all the time, and like it happened a lot in elementary school and like middle school, but to see it in college, like, it drives me freaking bananas.
Well,
dude.
and for those people that it's happening to, it's obviously happened before.
I know. I'm like,
and I get it. Like the first time they take attendance, like you just react.
And if you have like a middle-ish like name, it's like it makes sense. But she was like the last person to go, like the first person. Like, that's so annoying.
You should email somebody.
Yeah, I should.
Just email parents across the nation. Parent your
Stop
kids right.
naming your kids the same stupid name. Beelzebub.
Yeah. Oof.
Jebediah actually is Beelzebub. I always loved
the
that
devil,
name.
but
I thought it wasn't the devil.
Yeah, it might be. It's a demon, actually.
I think it's some sort of demon, so maybe not Beelzebub. I just like that name.
Really?
Yeah, it's dope. Like, yeah, these bees be beezeling, dude. Dude, I got Beelzebub the other day.
Yeah, I'm on the same project as Beelzebub. It's so annoying.
Gosh, Beelzebub keeps
I can't
saying
go to his
his
house
name
either.
early
It's
in
so
attendance.
hot.
It's like clearly your name starts. Their last name's a W. Beelzebub Williams, not Beelzebub Adams. Stop saying your name first, Beelzebub. Anyway, do you have a pet peeve that
I have a pet peeve.
just
I have a couple
grinds
pet
your
peeves.
goat?
That's my pet peeve. When people mess with goats. Leave goats out of this, man.
I know, right?
They're just trying to provide you with milk and funny videos online where they pretend to be Taylor Swift in a song. Okay?
You know what I've never understood is people who think like adult goats are like really cute.
Yeah.
Like baby goats are pretty cute, but they're like, oh my gosh, this goat. I'm like, goats smell. So I went to the zoo the other day, that stupid petting zoo. I was like, I'm kind of a clean freak, but like that was like, there's poop all over.
Yeah.
They're like petting them, like, oh, that's so disgusting. And they like lick your hand. You're like, oh, where's this hand been? And it smells so bad. And they smell even worse.
Yep.
And they're just like sitting there, like letting you pet them, like, oh,
Well,
gross.
to me, it's the eyes. Goat eyes are just dead, lifeless eyes, and they're on the sides of the head and they bulge out, so they look insane. Like they
Probably
look
'cause they're
like
in a
they're
zoo,
crazy.
but yeah.
Oh my gosh, you kissed a goat.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Cause I genuinely was not even thinking about that. I just buried that way deep.
Repress that one real deep. People paid money to see
People
you
literally.
kiss a goat.
Okay, this is stupid.
Maybe that's something else we could do if we hit.
I'm not kissing
We
another
hit
goat.
10,000 subscribers. You kiss another goat.
I'm not gonna kiss another goat.
What would it take for you to kiss another goat?
Dude, I don't know.
A lot.
I guess, honestly, I'm so cheap that, like, honestly, I would probably do it again for a small amount of money. But I felt bad for making you do that, but we had no other thing to do. It was pretty funny. I genuinely thought I wasn't going to have to kiss it.
Really?
Because, like, what happened for those, Brad who's listening,
and two other people that texted us individually. Brad's wife and kid.
I hope you can hear me because my voice, like, I'm like talking really quiet because my voice hurts. But what happened was that for something at school, I don't even know what, we were trying to raise money.
Stuco thing.
I was on Stuco, not to flex, but student council guy myself.
Okay.
But
this isn't your resume.
I'm gonna put this on a resume. Yeah, I have a podcast. So.
Actually, that will not help my chances getting.
Actually, I'm gonna say I ran a business.
If we sell merch, it can really work.
Hey everybody, sign up in those merch comments. Get us some business, and I can put it on my resume that I own a business.
I got marketing history. I marketed.
I was originally gonna do marketing, and then I actually dropped to psychology because I knew I was gonna run a campaign for merch. I'm making up things as I go, and it's not working.
Back to the goat story. Go.
Right. So I was we were raising money, and our idea was that we raise money and people donate to the person that they want to kiss a goat. So it was me or this teacher, and I really thought that this teacher was gonna have to kiss the goat. It kind of has the personality. People would be like, "Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Let's vote for him."
Yeah.
But instead, they were like, "Oh, let's make Calvin."
It was like at the last minute,
miserable.
a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Just chuck.
Well, we raised
parents' 20s.
so much money,
Yeah,
dude. We raised
did.
like a ton of money, so it's worth it. But I was like, I didn't like when I was kissing it. I had this very long.
You say that like it was a long thing. Like
prolonged,
when I was kissing it, like in the middle of
just,
the 30 or 40 second kiss.
Thinking about just the goat, and I was like, no, because I can't go farther in that joke because that kind of turns into like, whatever they call bestiality.
Jinx.
Yeah. I'm not talking till you say my name 3 times. Jinx.
I'm
or I
not
buy
gonna
you a
do
Coke.
that.
I had to buy you a Coke, so.
Yeah. Or just give me the Red Bull that's on your desk.
Oh, that's not a good story. I bought textbooks.
Let me finish up with this goat thing real quick.
All right, fine.
So Lauren and I had to get the goat from somebody in her family. And so
this is so Kansas.
Oh
yeah, someone in my family has a goat. Let's go get it. That is the definition of Kansas.
It was a big fat goat, and I was like a couple months off of ACL surgery. We drove out there, big fat goat. I had to pick this thing up in the back and put it in her car. She drives a small car too.
She does drive a small car.
And I grabbed that goat in a place a human should never grab a goat. I just got far too intimate with that thing.
Dude, what's worse?
Like 3 months
I had to kiss it though.
Yeah.
Dude, it straight up.
Worse.
I was genuinely afraid it was gonna bite me in the face. Dude, I genuinely I was getting down there. I was like, holy crap, dude! What if it bites me? And then I was like, I'm gonna get a disease from this gross goat. And then it licked me, and I was like, no, I'm never gonna come near this thing. And then I kissed it, and it was really quick, but it was intimate.
It was
Sparks flew. Again, I should start making that joke because it kind of.
So the moral of the story is, Calvin will kiss just about anything for the right price.
I'd reject that, but it's pretty much true. Literally, if you offer me to do anything for money, there's a good chance.
Okay, so give me this Red Bull.
Right. So I just bought textbooks for college. Not to flex on you guys, but I study.
You have to stop with the flexing joke. It's not funny anymore.
It's funny to me. This is my podcast. So I bought podcasts.
You brought a podcat? What is a podcat?
I bought textbooks. How many times can I say I bought textbooks before I actually say the story?
Probably 2 or 3 more times.
So I bought textbooks, and then
in
the box, without any warning, I just open it up, and there is wrapped in bubble wrap, a Red Bull, and it says "looking for the right study buddy?" ? With this huge animation of this girl with a Red Bull. I'm like, that's a lot of work to put in for this, but I have not opened it yet. I do not like Red Bull per se, but at least I like the thought that goes into it. Is like that's the thing, is they just assume that I'm gonna be terrible in college.
Yeah, just assume that I'm gonna be up late.
Seriously,
I mean,
it's kind of rude.
We're recording at 11:40 tonight.
Back in the lab, baby.
We might need to crack that open right now.
Dude, it tastes so bad.
I hate Red Bull. I also just love it's just a bold assumption by Red Bull to assume that their product is worth bubble wrapping. That is...
It's true.
That's pretty quick to the
assumption.
They
send that to everyone who buys textbooks. That's freaking
No,
wild.
it's pretty smart.
I guess if you like it.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not free, so I paid $1 billion for my textbooks I'm never going to use.
And double that price in shipping.
The shipping prices in this country.
They're ruining this country.
Bring down Wall Street.
Bring down big shipping corporations.
Bring down Wall Street, because that's the thing that people want to do.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that Wall Street.
Gosh, when he said that, dude, I was moved.
I was moved. Dude, that was mood.
Oh, man. We were supposed to go about pet peeves. Did you think of one?
I do have one pet peeve. Well, I have a decent amount of pet peeves. But the one that is probably my favorite is when people... Okay, you've probably heard this. Okay, if you're going to color something with a box of... Say it.
Crayons.
See, you're close to saying it how I hate.
I actually do say crayons, but I was trying to say crowns.
People say crowns.
I was trying to say crowns, but I couldn't even do it. That's weird.
I hate that so much.
No, I know. It drives me.
I hate it.
I'm like, are you literally 4 years old?
And
not able to pronounce a word.
Phonetics. It's I'm not gonna.
It's like the Greenwich debate.
Let's not get into that. Are we on the same side?
I say Greenwich.
I say Greenwich too.
I know it's Greenwich in England.
Same. But my logic is...
My thing is, if you're going to be a tool about it, just chill, dude. Just don't be a jerk.
Or, take the middle ground. Greenwich.
Oh, classic. If you know, you know, dude.
If you know, you know.
Okay, actually, another one of the pet peeves, because driving is easy.
Yeah.
Literally today, you were there. Sam and I went to lunch or whatever, and we were driving back on the highway, and I pull onto the highway. The speed limit's 65. The guy was straight up going under 40 miles an hour.
Bro's going 35.
I'm like, don't they have a speed minimum?
I don't see signs posted for that. I think I've seen it's more on the highway.
I think if you have to, yeah.
Yeah, but
I was...
No, that's freaking dangerous.
And I was like, why? Like, why do you even go on the highway if you're gonna drive that slow?
I don't know.
And I'm like, I'm not even really that much of a speed demon. I was just like, dude, it's 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I was trapped behind him because everyone kept passing me.
I pulled up behind him.
I literally had to drive behind him until I got off the highway.
I can be patient. I can drive slow. And then I realized how slow he was going.
Dude.
And then I was like, no.
Then later that day,
I
was running late. And so, like, by my old neighborhood, it's like a construction zone.
Yeah.
And, like, it's 30, but there was, like, no one. It was, like, 8 p.m. It's, like, no one's on the street. Like, no one's working. And, like, there's no one else there. Yeah. The guy was driving 15 miles an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
I was like, why? Like,
that's when you start just rear-ending him a little bit. Give him a little bumper car
push.
Give
a little love tap.
Okay, I was thinking about this earlier today. So there's, because we were with somebody today, and you were telling a story about somebody said you look younger.
I had that in my notes.
Yeah, you look young, and I was thinking you might be talking about something different, but because there's definitely a point when saying you look old is an insult. Yeah. And I was just wondering, like, what is the age? What is the age when it flips? Because there's definitely an age when people start, they say you look younger, it's a good thing. Yeah. But right now, it's a bad thing.
So it annoyed me, actually, because, like, 2 days ago, someone I know was like, you look old for your age. And it's like, I see you. Thank you.
It's a compliment.
I see you trying to be nice to me. I like that. I dig that. Trying to get on the podcast? Seriously? They didn't know I was doing one.
Why'd you stop kissing up, bruv?
Oh, man, I'm just so worried about that. It's like, who's my real friends anymore? It's like the fame is going to get to them.
I mean, we talk like we came in this, we were doing it for fun, but I think the fame has changed me enough that I'm just in this for the money.
I'm really in it for the money.
That Patreon dollars.
No, but then I went to the freaking haircut place today, and she's like, oh, are you skipping school? I was like, no, I just didn't have class today. She was like, oh. And, like, said it in that, like, the way that people say, oh, or it's like...
Yeah, it's not a good
thing.
They're
like, oh, passive-aggressive. And then she's like, you just look really young. It's like, well, that's rude. Good luck getting a tip.
Yeah. I'm going to underpay you.
Better not mess up my haircut.
It's not legal, but I'm going to do it.
I guess she actually did have all the power because she was the one cutting my hair, but...
Really?
I was kind of mad. I was like, that's pretty rude. But yeah, rude. No, it's definitely... Nowadays, when someone 30s? Says I'm young, it's rude, but... Yeah. I don't know. I feel like once you get to 24... No, 20... Really? I think it's over 25. I think it's like... Because you don't want to be 30.
Yeah. I feel like it's different for guys and girls.
True. I think...
That might not be politically correct for me to say.
Okay, wow. What's wrong with you?
I just feel like most guys don't care for a while, and then once they get like,
but I don't think anyone wants to be 30, dude.
That's true.
I think if you're like 27, someone's like, "Oh, you look like you're 30," like that'd be rude.
Yeah.
But like now, I want to be like, I want people to think I'm older. Yeah. But like,
I think you want people to think you're older until you're like 21, 22.
That's true.
And then once you're like, there, you're neutral for a few years. And then, like, 27, 28, you start hoping people think you're younger than you are. Because that's it. Yeah.
And part of that's just, like, the time you're living. Like, you're going to have a great time. You're 25, 26. But then you're like, shoot, dude, I have a kid. Yeah. And that's why you don't have kids.
Yeah. Never have children.
Just kidding. Kids are the best.
Okay, time for our segment that we said we would do last week. The segment of Sam's stupid ways of getting injured.
Yes, I'm so pumped.
So this actually happened in between these recordings. So
this is
after last episode, before this one. So this, I don't even know how to. I got hit by a car.
Can I stop you right there?
Go ahead.
If you have not watched The Office, go ahead and just pause this podcast. Flip right on over to Netflix. Check out season 4, episode 1, Fun Run. It's about right at the beginning. You'll know when you know.
You'll know when you know.
By the way that Sam said he got hit by a car. Go ahead and just check that out, and then just pop right back on here. Go.
Yeah, I got run down by a car.
And again, this is surreal to me because, like, I told you, like, I just don't even like realize that's like a real thing. It's like people like
Should I
really,
just tell the story?
Yeah, you should tell it. But it's weird that cars are actually dangerous.
Oh, I know.
I don't really understand. But
so I was riding my bike, and I saw this car ahead of me, driving kind of slow, and they threw their fast food trash out the window. And so I was like, that's not right. So I rode up, while I'm riding, grabbed the trash with my right hand, stoop over. Yeah. And then I hit the speed, man. I catch up to him. I'm running alongside him. Yeah. Oi, bruv, you can't leave your trash out. Throw it back at him. Yeah. They pop the curb up onto the sidewalk. And they start chasing me. And then...
So you outbiked him for a little bit.
I outbiked him for a bit.
Yeah,
I've got that Lance Armstrong in my blood.
Well,
I'm not related to him.
In your blood. Because
well, yeah.
He did steroids.
I had just eaten Doodah Diner. I don't know if you've ever been there. Shout out to Doodah.
I have never been there.
Oh my!
I need to. I keep hearing about it, but then I keep hearing.
Dude.
I hear it's amazing.
Let's freaking go.
Let's go.
Let's go tomorrow. Let's go tomorrow.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I kind of want to go tomorrow morning.
Let's freaking do it.
What am I doing tomorrow morning?
I don't know.
Should I tell everyone on the podcast what I'm doing tomorrow? I'm sure they care.
Anyway, back to the story. So this guy pulls up beside me. He's like, "Hey, you don't tell me not to litter in my car." And then he just yanks the wheel.
Just
sideswipes me.
Dang.
Yeah. I actually jumped off the bike as he came, but he clipped my feet out front of me, and I flipped and landed.
That's what gets every biker.
I know.
They say funny. That 7 out of 10 bikers get hit from the clipping of the feet because they jumped off more than actually getting hit by an actual car.
I believe it, man.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I think it's on Webster's dictionary. That's not right. I tried to listen to that story without laughing because I thought you were gonna tell the real story. So when you said like you picked up someone's trash, I was like, what? I was like, you didn't tell me that before. That's really funny.
No,
sorry.
that's not what really happened. I was
you could tell in some of the story. Yeah,
it's fine. I'll keep it short, but Lauren and I biked downtown and we were biking back and we were crossing the street. And this lady just like came over the hill going like probably 30 miles an hour. Didn't stop at the red light. We had the right of way. And just hit my front wheel, which flipped me onto the hood of her car. And then I rolled off and landed on the ground into a pile of glass that was in the middle of the street, which cut my leg open. I didn't tell you this. There's a puncture wound in my leg that they had to pull a sliver of glass out of.
Oh my god! It was the glass from the car? No,
it was already on the ground.
Oh yeah, just.
So I mean, that's my luck, but
that's such a prank, honestly. I'll leave this glass here.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens, just in case someone falls off their bike.
It was a good prank. We should do that, or maybe some nails.
If we get $10,000 in Patreon, we're gonna throw some shrapnel on the streets. Just see who comes by.
But then, I mean, long story short, we kind of worked details out with her. She was weird, really apologetic, but also very weird. Then the cop showed up, but she had left already, which I think is illegal to leave the scene.
100%. Yeah, it is like.
And so they're gonna check her out. I had to fill out like a case report. When they first rolled up, they were like, talk on the radio. They're like, we got a hit and run. Like this is, and we were like, no, I don't think it's a hit and run because we got her phone number, but it was weird. Anyway, got some stitches.
I mean, it's not good to leave like she did because she should, especially if she knew you were calling the cops. Like
we didn't call the cops.
Or yeah, I guess
I wasn't gonna call the cops, but a pedestrian did, or a witness. Which also there were some really nice citizens.
See, you know what? That actually gives me hope.
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 different people that were like, I saw that happen. Here's my phone number if you need me. And then these other ladies, like, they were like, we're going to go try and find her and get her license plate number because we didn't get her license plate. I should have done that. That was stupid.
Now you know.
And they called the cops, I think. But, yeah, it was crazy. And I think I discovered the 6 most powerful words in the English language. I got hit by a car.
It changes people's views, dude.
It just, it has the same effect on everyone.
It's funny, though, because people, like, you said that. When you first told me, I was like, what? Like, I was just like instantly was just like everything changed. Yeah. And that's everyone's face goes to the same like shock, like, oh crap, is he okay?
And most people are like, wait, like in your car, like they hit your car.
Yeah, that's what I first thought.
No, I was on a bike.
Yeah, like that's because it's funny because I think it never happens.
Right.
But someone was telling me that they just, like, our local newspaper just this week wrote an article about how many people are getting hit on bikes in our city.
Yeah. One of Matthew's friends has a shattered arm from a car, getting hit on a car, on a bike. Somebody we were talking to today that like loves our podcast got hit while they were on a bike. It's like
I know,
common thing, and I'm really not that hurt.
Which is, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's a very
unbelievable
big blessing,
because I've totally been downplaying this, but like real talk for a minute, it could have been so bad.
Yeah.
Like she was going 30
Can you
miles an
imagine
hour.
if you guys only had to listen to me for like 45 minutes instead of Sam and I?
Or you had
or
to
because
listen
we could Skype, you're in the hospital in a coma.
with the robot voice.
Sorry, that's not even
with the robot
funny.
voice. I'm
like
the new Stephen Hawking.
It's tough territory to go with.
Oh man, it was
The
crazy.
macabre.
Little Edward Allen. I just said Edwin. Edwin Allen Poe. Edward.
Edward Allen poem.
Poe.
Yeah, I was listening
Edward
to the first
Allen
one.
poem.
Listening to the first one with my mom.
Okay.
Shout out mom again, and she was like,
Calvin actually doesn't want you dead, Mrs. Pomeroy. That was
I'm
a
gonna
joke.
get some hate for
You're
that.
gonna get some hate for that.
But you know what? The joke was funny. I think honestly believe that you can joke about
Anything for
anything
comedy.
in the right appropriate lighting. But
Well,
what was I saying? She thought
First episode.
when we were saying like probably shouldn't portray ourselves as like really stupid. So that was funny, but we do it a lot. So what can you do?
Definitely,
I guess it's the name of our podcast. So your dad was talking about it. It was actually really awkward. I was like coaching or whatever.
Right.
And so I'm coaching a team of soccer players, and Sam's younger brother is on it.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad was talking about the podcast to me.
Yeah.
And some people were around. He started like talking about it. I was like, oh, this is so weird because I don't know these parents really.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And he was like, they're doing a podcast. I was like, this is so awkward. I was like, I'm about to peace out of here, dudes. But then
I'm in the dick.
he was like roasting us though. He was like, yeah, listen to a few. It's very aptly named. You're savage, dude.
My dad is pretty funny.
He's
man.
so funny. I love him.
He was actually wanting to listen to the other ones. He was like, "You got to set me up to listen to the other ones."
My dad was super pumped about it. So
Yeah.
probably should have told them they were not too pleased. But
So that's my injury segment. We'll be back next week
oh my
with
gosh, dude.
with another stupid
There's
injury.
So many, dude.
My mom was
I
like,
know.
"You need to start writing these down because ever since 6th grade, you have gotten hurt so
Dude.
much."
You die. Actually,
I do it for the vlog, man. Do it for the vlog.
I didn't want to interrupt you while you were telling your story.
Yeah.
Because it's actually pretty intense. But
Right.
you were acting out every scene, and like he was genuinely moving around, like falling off the chair type of stuff when he was acting out when he got hit. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt, but
Well,
I thought that was
it
really
helps.
funny.
It helps our listeners
It
to
helps
feel
even
it. It
to
helps me to
describe,
tell
yeah.
the story. You know.
I feel.
Because I consider myself a storyteller.
We're
I think I'm
artists,
gonna put
dude.
that in my bio. Storyteller.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I'm actually really proud of what my bio says. Like, I
It's
think
a
that's
really
one of the
funny
best things
bio.
I've ever done in my life.
It's a really funny bio.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, this one's funny because it's embarrassing, but
About me or you?
no, it's about me.
Yes.
So
There's nothing embarrassing about me,
that's
guys.
true. I have recently started attending college, and you know, I talk about that so much.
No,
I'm really not even like.
Well,
I
we
don't
talk about what
it
happens in our
anywhere else
lives, so
podcasts,
like, it's
And I
what's
also talk
happening in your
about-
life
yeah.
now. You're just
A while
starting.
ago, I talked about like I'm just moving on because I think I'm really important. What am I doing? Sorry, that was rude. So I talked about how I have to cook or whatever now.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. And, like, dude, my eating. This is from like this is my menu from like 2 days,
Mm-hmm.
in a row,
Yeah.
whatever. And I just figured I'd share it with you guys.
Oh no.
So I had a fairly normal day one day, and then at like 11 p.m. I was with some friends, and they're like, "Go to Chipotle," and I was like, "I've already had dinner a few hours ago. I'm not gonna not say no to the best restaurant on the planet." So then I ate Chipotle.
Shout out Chipotle,
I know,
our
so
second
good.
sponsor of the night.
We can't keep doing that.
Yeah, we can't.
It's funny though. I always laugh at it.
Always.
I do though.
Without fail.
But I had Chipotle at 11 the
Yeah.
next day, and I ate terribly for the rest of the day.
Right.
But then, after lunch, I'm like, you know what sounds amazing? It's having one of the 5 tins of ice cream that we have. Not the whole thing. Have a sample of one of the 6 that we have in our freezer, which I don't even know. But we have so much. Actually, that sounds good after this podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm finna go in.
I keep talking about how much food I want to eat.
I love saying
so
go
embarrassed.
in.
I know, dude.
That boy about to go
But I
in.
go in, dude. But so I had a bowl of ice cream, like a heaping bowl of ice cream.
Atta boy.
And then I was like, well, I have to drive one of my roommates somewhere, but another bowl sounds really good. So I got a second straight up heaping bowl of ice cream. And I got in the car and was driving while eating it. I was like, this is the epitome of like falling apart in college.
Yeah,
it was such good ice cream.
Dude.
But then I didn't eat dinner that night. And so I was driving one of my roommates somewhere, and they had just gotten Quick Trip taquitos, which aren't good. I would say they're food among some of the worst things I've ever eaten. But at 10 p.m. when you haven't had dinner, though.
Remind me, I have a very embarrassing story about Quick Trip food, but go ahead.
I will. But yeah, when you haven't had dinner at 10 p.m. on a Thursday night, those Quick Trip taquitos, those hit the spot. And the next day, you feel like you could probably die. Yeah. But they were flame. But then that was like, and so that was all yesterday and like that night before. Right. Today, get up, cereal and eggs, because I don't know why. I was just like, you know what? After I ate cereal, Lucky Charms, bangers.
Oh, absolutely.
I was like, 2 eggs sound really flame. And also, I messed up. I could not crack eggs today. Like, you know how you like hit it like really like lightly in the sink? Yeah. You just smash the egg. Yes, you're like, what's the point of even hitting it really lightly? Right. I smashed it, so like the egg shell broke in like 8,000 pieces, and it got all in the yolk. So it was pretty much a banger. But then I had that, and then I went to Chipotle for lunch with you. Nice. And one of our friends. Yeah. And then I like.
Shout out friends. Just having friends.
Any of them out there.
I'm sorry. I will stop.
Good.
I will.
I love shout outs. But then at like 3:45, I was supposed to get Chipotle again with somebody. So I got Chipotle twice today. And
you ate a full meal then too?
Actually, I only ate chips and salsa because I was like, at this point, this is all so much built up. I was like, I've had Chipotle 4 or 5 times this week alone. Dude, and I had it like 4 times last week. I was like, I can't do this.
Do you know the employees at this point?
That's what I was worried, because when I got back, I was like, this was 3 hours ago. They probably just started their shift when I got there, and they're probably ending it soon. Like, they're going to be like, why are you back, dude? But I got like chips and salsa, and I was like, I'm freaking hungry still, but I was like, I can't get enough burritos. And like, I know I couldn't eat it is the problem. I was like, I know I definitely would have ate the whole thing, and then ate dinner.
Just say it. Just
I know,
say that you did.
But I spent over $100-something in half a month on food.
Dude, I can relate so hard to that eating, because I have been eating awful food for months. This summer has been the worst eating of my life.
But going out
I've
to
already
eat is
gained
my
freshman 15.
Dude, I've literally gained 20 pounds. It's 200 or bust right now, dude. 200 or bust. Did I tell you my goal? No. It's not a goal. I should not say it's a goal. My firm quitting point is if I do hit 200, which should be farther off than it is.
Bro, I'm already there.
But I'm not tall.
Right.
I'm kind of tall.
No, okay, so I have had...
Let me finish my motto. It's if I hit 200, I'm gonna work out officially. Okay. It wasn't funny, but it's just like I need to put it out there so like people can hold me accountable.
Something to rhyme with it. Like if I hit 200, I'm gonna get
summited.
Doesn't work. I don't know.
Doesn't work. What are you gonna say?
I've had a couple like late nights, like 2 a.m. and like driving home, and I've been eating when I'm up past 12 o'clock. I just want to eat crap food. It's so bad.
Oh, I forgot to mention, during one of the days I got McDonald's after class. I was like, it's right there. I'll just get some McDonald's. I had like a coupon. I was like, might as well get some fries, and just because they make the drinks all the same price. Yep. Shout out McDonald's. That is such a smart idea. Mm-hmm. So you get the large, and you're like, oh,
why would I ever get something smaller? Yeah.
So you just drink the whole thing, and you're like, I drank that in like 30 seconds.
Well, plus the ice adds like 70, 80 calories.
Yeah, gosh, ice in this country is so many calories.
Yeah.
It's because we don't have limitations on mold.
Thank goodness I'm going to Europe, where they only give you 3 pieces of ice and a drink.
Oh my gosh, they don't have ice in Albania, and it was a bummer, dude.
Yeah.
Big ice guy.
Big. So like 2 a.m. driving home. My house is really close to Quick Trip. I've like stopped at Quick Trip probably 3 times, and bought a Quick Trip hot dog at 2 a.m.
How do you trust that, dude?
And
just gas
Cheeto
station
Puffs.
food in general. Cheeto Puffs
and
are
ate
the
them.
are the squad up, dude.
Yeah,
Squad.
dude.
I'm bringing back squad.
Squad goals, fam. Hot dogs and Cheeto Puffs for the win, bro.
Dude,
like a boss.
When we used to hang out, we would eat so bad. Like when we used to, I just said when we used to hang out.
When we were in middle school.
That's what I meant. Is more when we were like in. Well, I guess our metabolism was so fine. Like, dude, your metabolism fine, dude.
Dude, you got that fine metabolism. Hey, what that metabolism do?
No, actually, this is so weird that I remember this. But the first time we ever hung out, like I went to your house.
Really?
Yeah, this is weird that I remember this. It was back in your old house. That you guys were renting in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
This is so weird, but you had every snack and like junk food possible. It's like 11 p.m. We get these huge like drinking cups that are like they're like the size of like those Yetis.
Oh dang!
And we filled them literally just like layers of like junk food, candy, like all this terrible food, and we just ate. We literally were just hanging out and like eating out of these cups of just assorted like trash foods, and it was the best I've ever felt after that, but the worst I felt about myself. But again, the best, and that's really what started this podcast is gluttony.
Gluttony. Okay, to be fair,
which is kind of a real struggle that I'm actually having right now. But
when you're a middle schooler in Wichita, Kansas, the only things you have to do are video games, eating junk food, and seeing movies in the theater multiple times.
Just seeing the
same movie
and
3 times
in Snapchat. 3 times the charm, baby.
10 out of 10. No, that's someone else's joke. I can't steal that. Yeah, I don't know. Wichita's boring. It's a good city. It's a good city. It's on the rise. It's on the rise.
I enjoy it a lot of times. There's sometimes I'm definitely like, okay, this is kind of boring, but
yeah,
you know, it's a great place to raise a family. I was like doing that thing where you burp and
it was disgusting. It was
ASMR.
Time for some ASMR.
Least favorite thing on earth. Okay, I can't even.
Just had some water. It's making my. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I hated that. I genuinely. I'm just sitting there waiting for you to finish.
Yeah.
Stop.
I do have actually kind of a crazy story that my dad told me today. He said, I think it was either today or yesterday, that an employee at where he works came in and they like went into the factory or whatever, and their car like overheated in the parking lot, caught on fire. The gas tank blew up, and then other cars around it started catching on fire, and their gas tank started blowing up. By the time the fire department got there to put it out, 10 cars had fire damage.
Oh my god!
Like 5 of them were completely totaled. The other ones were just like damaged. It's like, how does that even happen?
Lesson of the day: never go near a car ever again. Seriously.
That's what I've been saying for years. Horse and buggy is the future.
Cars are what ruined America. Make America a buggy and horse society again.
Exactly. We've got
bring
paved
those
roads.
suckers back. Let me tell you what those did.
What?
Oregon Trail. Mm-hmm. Good luck with Manifest Destiny if you can't even travel across country with your entire house.
Exactly.
In a buggy.
Precisely.
Say goodbye to that.
RVs are so dangerous.
Oh, I know. And you're not paying for gas.
Talk about a recreational vehicle.
Horsepower that was originated from a dune buggy.
Exactly.
Nope. A horse and buggy.
Precisely.
Say goodbye to dune buggies.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Where are you going to get the name?
You can flip that on a sand dune. Come on.
Say goodbye to highway safety.
Because we don't need it because we got horse and buggies now.
That's where we learned that we needed it because people would rob those. So
exactly.
That's actually a good lesson.
Yeah. And now people can call shotgun and actually mean it because the person riding shotgun would need a shotgun.
Say goodbye to the best game of all time, shotgun.
No, you still need it. But
no, I'm saying like
you just have responsibility.
Yeah, you have talk about.
You need to shoot. You need to be prepared to kill someone.
Like you have to kill somebody.
Yeah.
if they come near your
Aux game
buggy,
doesn't exist anymore.
they're coming
It's
near your
just
family.
the family singing.
Yeah. Next time you're in the car, grab a shotgun. If you want to be real, if you want to really call shotgun, grab an actual shotgun, please. I cannot stress enough how much you cannot do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're looking at you, middle school boys that are listening.
If you're a police officer, go ahead and please do not arrest me for telling people to do that. Do not grab a shotgun when you call a shotgun. Go ahead and just grab aux.
No,
Play up some fire Drake Fields songs.
Calvin, they're not gonna if somebody grabs a shotgun in the passenger seat and they say, "Oh, I did this because Stupidity in Your Ear told me to," they're not gonna come after you. They're gonna be like, "No, you can't have a shotgun in your car. You're under arrest."
It's actually fair. And you know what?
Well, you can have a shotgun in your car. You can't point it at people out the window.
Well, what also we might want to look at is like possibilities of us getting, more people following us because of an event like that. They're like, oh, that was Sam and Calvin.
Publicity stunt. We should do a publicity
Take
stunt.
a call. We'll make some calls.
We'll make some calls.
Yeah.
We'll make some calls. Dang, that episode flew by.
Time
We're
flies.
at 45 already. Time flies when you have
making
cinnamon
now.
buns.
It is funny because we definitely I was thinking about how funny it is that we made 6 episodes and told 2 people.
Yeah.
And literally we would make references that we had fans. Not even that we really have fans now, but we have people who have listened to it before and seen it. And I think it's funny that we just made jokes about it without ever really even. It was kind of weird, but now it's weird. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. It's I definitely feel like we're gonna have to please people.
I'm gonna be nervous about letting people down, but I'm really happy with the way we did it. If we had told people after the first episode, I feel I don't know. I'm just really happy with the way we did it. Although it took me 4.5 hours to figure out how to get it onto iTunes and Spotify. It was literally a day's work. I have more respect for people who work on computers now.
Oh my
because
gosh.
I was tired after doing that.
I hate computers.
And I'm sure someone who's more tech savvy could have done it so much quicker than that. But
I was losing my mind the other day doing ordering something online.
Really?
I was literally about to lose my mind. I was so mad. I hate the internet. But I'm obsessed with the internet. Actually, that's a lie, but it's fun.
I go to the same 4 websites.
Okay, what actually drives me crazy on YouTube nowadays is I just watch the same basic things. I'm how do people just get the variety? This is such a. Why am I talking about this on the podcast?
I don't know.
We should. I should stop.
No.
I think that's pretty much all I had for today.
Yeah.
It's pretty much funny.
I mean, we'll only have a few more episodes together, and then we're gonna be
to make me sad.
apart.
Blast me in those feels, dude.
Blasting those feels.
Blast me in those feels, dude.
Comment down below if you don't want me to move. If we get enough comments, I might just stay here.
Yeah, that would definitely be worth it.
Maybe do online school
I'm
or
staying
something.
for a podcast.
For podcasting. Do some online classes. I think I got a future in it. So
I'm taking an online class now.
Dude, that's hype. That's hype.
Anyway, I think we should probably wrap it up.
I mean, thanks again to everybody that was so positive.
Thank you for the support. We really do appreciate it.
Really appreciate that. Again, it's really hard to judge your own content.
Yeah. So go ahead, give us a rate and a review on iTunes.
Yeah,
I don't know if they do that on
love that.
Spotify, but we really would love that.
Yeah.
Subscribe, whatever.
Yeah. Please tell your friends.
Yeah, and again, if you're gonna be rude or think of it as anything less than 4 or 5 stars, please just tell us that to our faces, or just don't. Because, there's something about it that I appreciate love more than I appreciate being hated.
Right.
So.
And that's kind of edgy to say. Most people don't appreciate that.
It's kind of not. It's kind of new. It's a new thing.
It's kind of new age.
Being appreciated for who you are, but. Thank you guys. That was that was a long way of saying thank you. We appreciate it.
We really do. Anyway, I guess good night.
All right. We'll see you
stay
guys.
safe. And we love you, America.
How do you turn this thing off, dude?